Imagine this. You're a chart-topping British funk soul singer, living that rock star life in the late 90s or early 2000s. You somehow land a fling with one of Hollywood's most iconic, delicate-looking actresses, Winona Ryder, the girl-next-door beauty with that haunting, pale face from Beetlejuice, Heathers, and Girl Interrupted. The kind of woman who looks almost fragile on screen, like a porcelain doll you could break if you held her too tight. But behind closed doors, according to Jamiroquai frontman JK himself, that fragile image shattered in the most overwhelming way possible. In a raw, jaw-dropping 2005 interview with FHM magazine, JK didn't hold back. He spilled the details on why their brief, steamy encounter burned out fast, and his reasons paint a picture that's equal parts ridiculous, tone-deaf, and deeply creepy in how casually he dismisses what most men would call a fantasy. She has these enormous breasts, bigger than they look on film, he reportedly said. Picture that for a second. Winona Ryder, this slim, ethereal actress whose on-screen presence is all wide eyes and vulnerability, apparently had assets that hit him like a surprise overload in private. But it wasn't just the visual shock. JK went further, complaining about her insatiable appetite. She did have this habit of constantly wanting to play hide the sausage. It was exhausting. Hide the sausage. Yeah, he really said that. Crude, childish slang for non-stop sex. The guy framed it like he was trapped in some kind of erotic endurance test he couldn't win. He admitted the relationship started great. He enjoyed it, called her sexy, said he had a good time at first. But soon enough, the constant pull into the bedroom left him shattered, worn out, unable to keep up with her drive. This wasn't a slow fade or clashing schedules. This was a man essentially saying the physical intensity, the sheer volume of her desire, combined with her surprisingly voluptuous body, became too much. He tapped out. Now, lean into the creepy side of this for a moment. Think about the power dynamic here. Winona Ryder, already a star with a somewhat fragile public image after her own personal struggles, gets painted in this interview not as a passionate lover, but almost like some kind of sexual predator draining the poor rock star dry. JK, the self-proclaimed Lothario who'd been with plenty of women, positioning himself as the overwhelmed victim of too much woman. Too big, too eager, too frequent. It's the kind of casual overshare that feels violating, like he's reducing a real person, a real intimate experience, to locker room bragging mixed with complaint. No discretion, no respect for privacy, just graphic details dropped in a men's magazine for clicks and laughs. And here's what makes it linger in that creepy late-night rabbit hole way. Winona's camp basically said nothing. Her rep at the time wouldn't dignify it with a response. Was it even true? Did they actually have this fling? Some corners of the internet debate whether it was exaggerated or fabricated for the interview, but the quote stuck around for decades, resurfacing like a bad urban legend. Either way, the story reveals something unsettling about celebrity culture, how easily someone's body and sexuality get dissected in public by an ex who couldn't handle the heat. JK later talked about wanting to settle down, done with groupies and casual flings, but this one quote defines him for a lot of people now. The man who had the ultimate problem most guys joke about, a beautiful, horny Hollywood star throwing herself at him, and he complained about it. Enormous breasts that didn't match her screen image, non-stop demands that exhausted him. The ultimate fumble, delivered in the sleaziest, most unfiltered way. For years, this tale has fueled memes, shock videos, and late-night discussions exactly like this one. It's funny on the surface, sure, the idea that a rock star got overwhelmed by Winona Ryder's libido. But dig deeper, and it gets darker. It's objectifying. It's dismissive. It turns what should be private passion into public mockery. In the era of oversharing and revenge stories, this one stands out as one of the strangest, most tone-deaf celebrity breakup confessions ever uttered. So next time you watch a Winona Ryder movie and see that innocent, wide-eyed stare, just remember J.K.'s version of what was apparently lurking underneath. A woman who wanted it constantly, had more to offer physically than expected, and left a famous singer tapping out and running to the press about it. Creepy how fame twists intimacy into tabloid fodder, isn't it? What do you think? Was J.K. just weak? Or was there something more intense going on behind those bedroom doors? Drop your theories below. If you want more deep dives into the weirdest celebrity sex stories and breakups that feel way too personal, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more where this came from.